As many faces as the religious demon has, pride has even more faces. For every human being, there is a different style of pride. And we were talking about that in my ministry group, that pride has a quality about it where it feels like it's rising. You can actually feel it in your body, almost like temperature rising. It rises. You know, just as anger will rise and you can feel it mounting up in you, pride can do the same thing. Now, in my book called Recovery in Christ, I list a few things about pride. Number one, pride is outraged when other people think that they are superior to you. Ooh-wee. I know black people experience a lot of this. You know, when, another race has for centuries felt that it was superior to you and your race. We even had a movement which we call Black Pride. Yes, pride will rise, even on a religious angle. When another religious group thinks that they got all the answers and that they are superior to you, pride will rise. Now, pride also causes the proud person to defend and justify himself. In other words, a proud person can never be wrong. And a proud person may not even be wrong, but if anybody may think that that person is wrong, then the pride rises. And you get people that just beat a dead horse. They just can't stop defending themselves. Well, I really thought I should do this. Well, I really planned to do this. And I said I was going to do this, but I did that. And it just keep going on and on. Defending something that is, I don't know, it's making a molehill, turning something into a mountain that really is nothing but a molehill. That's pride. That's religious pride. Religious pride will keep people in the institutional church even though God may be suggesting to them it's time to go. No, I can't leave here, because then what will all of my history with this group look like? Pride is often about appearances. What do other people think about me and what I've done and what I'm doing? So pride has this need to justify itself. Pride will also cause us to tear down others. We got to tear down somebody else in order to build ourselves up. Oh, my. And those who are people pleasers, pride is a key element in that particular situation, because it causes a people pleaser to hunger after the prestige and praise and approval of others. And you see a lot of that in the institutional church. Oh, that stuff used to get me so sick. different ones would get praised over and over and over again. And then there were those, the bishops and whatnot. When they entered into the assembly, everybody had to stand for them and could not sit down until they took their hand and said, sit down. Sit down now. So pride is also very deceptive. Because what it does, it misrepresents our thoughts and feelings in order to put forth a facade, a face of phoniness, and act. And like we black folks say, a front, you be fronting. Pride will cause you to front. Pride is also easily hurt and injured because it's so insecure. Now, here's some other things about pride. Pride will block us from experiencing genuine feelings of love and commitment. In fact, pride will cause us to deny our feelings. This was my level of pride. Since I was rejected so much in my life, and especially in the institutional church and in the world, then my front was this. I don't care nothing about what y'all say, what y'all think. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'll be ready to throw up my middle finger in a minute and tell you where to go. You understand? Because I'm not concerned about you. You dig it? That's another way. Pride is a cover-up. You hurting. Your feelings are hurt. But rather than let somebody know that your feelings are hurt, you front and you pretend. Like we used to do, like black folk used to do when you played the dozens. I don't know, some of y'all may be too young for that. But we used to play the dozens. And that's where we all get around in a circle and start putting each other down. And putting our families down. Your mama is so fat and this one is so this and you so ugly and so on, and go on like that. And what you had to do was show that you weren't going to let somebody who was putting you and your family and everything about you down, that they bothered you, so you had to front. And if you ever broke loose and showed how upset you were, how upset you really was, then you lost the dozens. You wasn't cool, you wasn't hip. You allowed your emotions to take you over. To fight pride these days, I will do exactly what Jesus said. I will go to the person and say, look, did you mean this, that, or that? Because quite frankly, you hurt my feelings. And I need to understand what you were doing and why you were doing it. Because that bothered me. You got to be honest about your feelings if you're going to fight pride. Yes. Pride will also cause you to overcompensate and to be overconfident. And, I can hear them, I'm blessed folk with that. Oh, I'm so blessed. I'm blessed. I'm with God. I'm so blessed. And you lying. Your marriage is going down the tubes. Your kids are cutting up bad, sinning like God knows what. But you out there talking about, I'm blessed. And I'm prospering, and I'm this, and I'm tithing, and I'm doing that, blah, blah, blah. And it's all a sham. It ain't nothing but pride, religious pride. And pride will prevent you from admitting the truth, which is that you need help. So that when people come and extend a helping hand to you, your pride will cause you to turn their help down. Pride will also bring you into danger. It will definitely bring you into danger when you allow your pride to build up your anger, or you allow your anger to build up your pride, and the next thing you know, you jumping up in somebody's face wanting to fight. You know, you can't take an insult, you can't take a slight, you always offended, and the next thing you know, somebody gonna shoot you down because then they're afraid of you. You know, your pride has caused you to bring fear in them, and your pride can get you killed, y'all. God hates pride, and he resists the proud. So if you want the grace, you got to learn how to resist the pride, honey.